Hello, have a wonderful day. I'm very glad you have checked out this amazing tutorial. Today we're going to start to learn about GraphQL, QCObjects all together in a microservice, and we're going to publish it into the Google Cloud platform using the Google App Engine, the standard version. So enjoy. So the first thing we're going to do is to create our progressive web app with using the QCObjects GCLOUD tool. So we enter our projects folder, and then we're gonna create PWA, and the name will be QCObjects PQL, QCObjects-QL. So enter, and we're gonna leave this empty, and we press enter, and then we wait for a few time to create the application. QCObjects is doing all the work for you, and then it is verifying the cache of the npm package, and then bringing to you the latest version of the QCObjects SDK, and then everything is going well in your environment. And now it's ready, and we test the application during launch. QCObjects PQL. We wait for a few seconds to start the server. And here we go. In the Chrome, the localhost, we got our progressive web app basic template in a boilerplate. Cool. So now we have to create our microservice. So let's go ahead. In our config.json, we're gonna put a backend object, a new backend object, and inside the backend object we're gonna put a Redis object, and inside that a list of Redis, and one road that is called hello world. We can do regular expressions here. For example, we're going to leave it like that. And then we're going to assign a microservice package. And we're going to call our microservice as well as we were programming in Java environment or something with the dots, the domain namespace. So we're gonna use our QuickCorp namespace and the backend, and our package we're gonna be hello world. Now we have set the package and the route. So if we put in the browser or in Postman, in any tool, that is able to call a request call with using the get method, and for the post method, we're gonna reach this package into our application. So in the folder, in the package folder, we're gonna create a new package that is called the same name. We have put in the config.json, but adding the JS because it's a JS file. So now that we have done the package, now we have a clean file, and because I'm using the QCObjects extension for the atom, I can do this, and QCObjects will do for me. And I put our QCOrp backend hello world, and this I have to delete this, and I have to declare this is my microservice. So microservice. So I put a class inside the package that is called microservice, and I extend the class, the new class, from a backend microservice. So now I'm gonna define a get method to catch all the get requests from the browser or Postman or any kind of tool that is able to make a REST request, and I'm gonna define this get method as a function. The data is not used here, but anyway, I defined it. So now this is our microservice, and I can define a standard response for a microservice, and then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna define an instance. This. Now this instance body is now this instance body is a simple hello world. Now put microservice done, and this is all I have to do to make the new microservice works. If I test that, and now I'm gonna test new hello world path, and it's perfectly working here. As I fill it up, the body that is JSON, and here is answering a JSON. Now I have to put the simple GraphQL inside my new microservice. So I'm gonna go to the main guide of GraphQL. That is here. You have to do npm ei --save dev GraphQL, and now it is installing GraphQL. If you check your config, your package.json. You're gonna see GraphQL is installed and the version is 14.5.8. So now I gonna restart the server and I'm gonna put the basic, very basic, the most basic code to use GraphQL, and I will follow the GraphQL quick start guide. And I'm gonna copy that. And I'm gonna put the test here. I don't need this anymore. Now I copy here. So here's building scheme. Here is defining the root object to process the query. And the query is here, hello. So I'm gonna replace this line by microservice done. But before that, I'm gonna assign the body of the microservice with the response of the GraphQL. And it's done. Now I'm gonna restart the GraphQL server. And now I'm gonna test it. So here is working with the new format that is made by GraphQL. So if I change something here, hello world, I'm very happy. And now it's perfectly working. So this was how to put GraphQL into the QCObjects and make it works. And now we're gonna put all of this into a Google Cloud Platform project. And the first thing we're gonna do is to add the main files. You need to add an app yes, and because of QCObjects has been added for you, you only need to change the HTTP2 EAE server. And now the app.gml can assign the Node.js 12, and then in the package.json you have to add the engines and put Node.js 12, and then in the Yes, I think it's done. I know. You have to put some scripts. So once you added some scripts, you need Mocha. So we're going to stop the server and install Mocha. And also you need Supertest. Now also it is recommended to add a GCLOUD ignore file where you can define some standard for to ignore into the app engine scope. So after you put all the files required to start in GCP, you can go to your project folder and write GCLOUD app deploy. And it's all ready. So once GCLOUD have published your application, you can test it. Let's try in the browser. So it's done. And now we go to the browser and test it. And we got the app. And we got the microservice running with GraphQL. Thank you very much for following this tutorial. And I hope you enjoy coding from now using QCObjects. See you later.